Hey guys, this is Frisco. I've got Mr. Deeds on in the background. Best movie. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. Uh, Glad's Rule posted on my channel that he wants me to do a video on different GB deck types. So I will go ahead and do that right at this very moment, right now. So I know my microphone isn't all of that sensitive, so turn your volume way up if you need to, because you need to hear me, because I am the coolest guy ever. Not really, but just, yeah, turn your volume up or whatever. Um, so anyway, I'll start off with Control GB. Um, so basically what this deck is going to be, the way I like to run it is 41 or 42 cards. 15 real monsters, that means you don't count Tiger, you do count Proving Ground. Um, 15 defensive cards, and the rest is just standard stuff. Normally, the monsters I run, I would say triple Hoplimus for sure. No Secutor, no Test Tiger. Generally, no Prisma, maybe one Prisma, but you'll in a control GB deck, you should be using the Prisma more as a foolish to get more monsters into your hand via Equest. Um, because that way you prevent yourself from getting dead draws, but you keep a solid monster flow going. So you're not going to use it all that much for guys Eris plays. You're going to want to keep it on the field, keep foolishing with it. Um, and so yeah, basically that. Cyber Dragon is very good in the deck. I recommend running 2, but I recommend running 2 Cyber Dragon in any GB deck. Um, so yeah, there's that. Proving Ground, usually that's what you'd fill out your monster count with if you're too low. Again, I'd only say 15 real monsters. Um, Defensive cards, 15, but only the good ones. 3 book, 3 enemy controller, 3 dimensional prison, 2 bottomless, 2 compulsory, 2 trapple. Um, as I mentioned in the last video, I don't think torrential and storm should be ran anymore. But if you want, you could throw them in, I guess. I don't think it's gonna help you at all. You'll probably end up losing more, but you can run them if you want. Shrink is also a viable choice if there's not that much light sworn around you. Um, but I do prefer compulsory and Trapple. I think they're both better at everything Shrink can do, except, in the case of Trapple, it can't save you from Bottomless, and Shrink sometimes is better than Compulsory for saving your own guy from the Bottomless, just because it keeps him on the field, but most of the time I'd say Shrink isn't worth running unless you want to bump up to 15, or 17. Um, and then other than that, just kind of not that much spell and trap destruction. 1 MST, 3 Dust Tornado is what I like. Obviously Solemn, probably Triple Chariot. Um, at least 2 Starlight Road, probably 3. But something like that. Um, Prisma GB, obviously I shouldn't even have to tell you all what this is. Or the whole format based on it. 42 cards, 3 Test Tiger, 2 Prisma, 1 Stratos, 1 Rhoda, 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Hoplimus, no Proving Ground. I think Secutor is pretty good at it if you know how to use it. Um, Again, if you're running 40, maybe don't run the Secutor. I don't know. Maybe. I prefer it with 42 cards though in a Prisma build. A little less defense, probably somewhere around 11. Like 3 book, 3 enemy controller, 3 dimensional prison, 2 bottomless, 2 compulsory is what I do. That's 13. A lot of people would say less, but I love defense. Um, Run Cold Wave in addition to the MST and 3 Dusts. Obviously that's necessary for Tiger plays, Prism plays, etc. Trapstone is viable. You could go 2 Dust, 2 Trapstone. In addition to MST and Cold Wave. Other than that, it's pretty similar. Maybe run Call, just because if you want to like put up a guy's Eris on the field and leave it there, like if you're summoning it in main phase 2 or whatever, if they run over it, you can call, get another +2, tag out, get a +1, so on. Rescue Cat GB. Basically what this is a control GB, except you play the monster lineup a little bit more aggressively. You play 2 Test Tigers, Sangan, Morphing Jar, Rescue Cat, 3 Sam Knight. Basically, you're no Prisma. You're using Rescue Cat just as a GB plus a double summon. You're not really doing anything else with it all that much. You can run Secutor and 2 Test Tigers if you want to have that option available when you make a cat play, but it might not be the best for consistency. But yeah, basically you just want to use Rescue Cat for making 2 Sam Knights, which then can tag into anything. Generally, I would say run 3 Laquari in that build, just because you need to have them always around to tag into with your Sam Knights off of the Rescue Cat if you've got nothing else you want to tag into. Again, Call is viable in this deck because you can bring back Cat or chain on Icarus or Dust or MST or whatever, and bring back Sangan, and then get that off. Search Jar, Tiger, Cat, whatever. Um, Definitely 3 Starlight Road in this. That's what I think. Because you want to be able to make the plays without worrying about Mirror Force or Storm or Bottomless, or sorry, Mirror Force or Torrential or Bottomless. Starlight Road does that. If you draw multiples, it's no big deal as long as it's not 3. Um, and basically, you just need to always have the cards so you can make a play without worrying about getting both of your Sam Knights Bottomless. If you do run it with 2 Tigers and the Secutor, just have that play available. Probably go ahead and run Smashing, or like 2 Smashings, maybe even Brain Control. Normally I'm against maining Smashings, or actually running Smashings at all. Normally I'd say Side Brain, but maybe do that if you are also maining Sangan. But with only 1 cat, I would say it's not worth putting in the extra space for the for the Secutor play. Also, if you run Secutor 3 Chariots, so that you get it more to go with the Heraklinos. And last is Prismacat GB. I think this is terrible. I don't think anyone should run it. It's hugely inconsistent, takes up a ton of room, really monster heavy. You can't run defense or anything. But basically, it's just 2 Prisma, Stratos, Rhoda, Cat, 2 Sam Knight, maybe an Arabellum, 3 Test Tigers. And then the rest is kind of standard. Probably you don't get to run Cyber Dragons because of room. Probably you miss out on a lot of defense because with all the stuff you're running, you've got to run like, My Body as a shield because you need the faster destruction negation. So I mean, it takes up a lot of room. It makes it hard to get around, Stardust fields and stuff that Synchro Cat can make. You lose your hand really fast. So if they go Arcanite, you really get screwed up. If they go, they can go like Wave Prisma Tiger or whatever. You can get really messed up. I don't recommend it. It's really inconsistent. You can draw hugely monster or heavy hands. You don't want that. But if you do run it, you definitely need a ton of spell and trap destruction. Definitely should try to run Smashings. Well, I mean, I say definitely. It's not necessary, but I think it's helpful. Um, Definitely more Stardust outs. You need to main 3 compulsory in this build. 3 book, 3 prison, 3 compulsory. Those are the 3 most important defensive cards you can have in a Prismacat deck. And then obviously 2 bottomless, 2 or 3 enemy controller depending on room. And other than that, it's pretty similar. I would say more trap stones in this deck. Definitely go 2 dust, 2 trap stone, 2 my body, Solemn, MST, Cold Wave. Do not run Heavy Storm. You don't need them getting off free Starlight Roads and fucking up your plays with that too. So I think that's it. It's just the 4 main types, and then you experiment with it. That's a great thing about GB. You can run however. I think there are ways that are better than others. I'll probably get to those in future videos, probably after Edison, if I do end up going. So yeah, that's it for this video, and post on my channel anything that you want me to make a video about or have questions about. Subscribe to Josh, the TCG player. His link will be over there, or if you're using new YouTube, down there. So subscribe to him. Sorry for my dog barking. Watch Mr. Deeds.